Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for another Jason Blaha workout. Today was Dynamic Effort Upper Day. But a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, it would be greatly appreciated. Looks like a bunch of vagina stains, we'll call him that from now on. His fan girls are over here disliking, so you guys need to reach down and click that like. I would appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about speed bench. I told you guys yesterday we're adjusting everything. We're going to work with multiple stances and grips now. I spent a bit of time doing only narrow stuff, kind of assessing and addressing some inflammation I've gotten in a couple of joints. I have it all under control, have a good game plan for balancing it. So yes, we're going to mess with some wider grip benching. I am going to train both wide and close grip. I'm going to actively train both every single week. So to get back in the groove of that, my speed bench was all pinkies on the rings, which is, I call that standard grip. For again, people who see my definitions, I've done videos on it for clients of grip width. Standard grip bench is pinkies on the rings, right? And I have 5 different grip widths I discuss. And I coach my clients using that same concept. So it took me a couple of sets to kind of get the speed up, but near the end, the speed got good. Felt good. I definitely could feel the difference. I haven't worked anything outside of closed grip for just a bit, but I've got dumbbells coming, right? I'm waiting on stuff from Rogue and everything else, but once it gets here, I will have dumbbells. We will be using them for pressing. We'll be using them for lats, delts, even some arms, right? Kind of rotate through a couple of movements. So what I'm going to do with this, I coach a lot of people at this point. I've got to experiment a lot, and I have fixed multiple clients because I've worked with enough of them to kind of look at the variables who were weaker or equal on their closing their wide grip bench, who have longer arms like I do. I have found solutions to get their wide grip bench higher than their closed grip. I will be implementing those solutions myself. Things that I've done with clients, because that's the thing I laugh at. You know, people say, well, yeah, you might squat and deadlift more than our clients. Actually, I don't. That's the funny part. I am not the strongest deadlifter out of my clients. I've had 2 clients. I have a current and a former client who out deadlift me. So that's actually not true. But, yeah, one of them, by the way, he will put the videos up later when he gets there. Our goal is to get him to a 700. He wants to be the first 700 puller on Team Blaha. But a lot of my guys outbench me, and I think people realize that. I have multiple clients and have had multiple former clients who outbench me. I got them there. So what I need to do is implement more of those things I've used with clients for myself. Now that my shoulder health is really good, and even when I was messing with the wider grip, that was the thing I noticed. I realized which stuff inflames my shoulder. No heavy benching on wider grip with that buffalo bar, for example. That's a no-go. But how do I fix these problems with off the chest weakness for wide grip benchers? Because that's what I have. It's tricep when I close grip. It's off the chest. There's a lot of tools I use, but 2 of the single most effective tools I have found consistently are, number 1, limited use of illegal wide benching with light weights. Right? Light weights, we don't want to do that real heavy, which I will be doing in this workout, by the way. And dumbbells. Here's the thing I find. My lifters who are really good at closed grip benching and have longer arms and suck at wider grip, overhead press and incline doesn't improve their bench at all. I don't see anything. It's all flat work. In some cases, decline work, actually. Sometimes weighted dips. But what I find is all the flat work. Benching with different grips. Using some illegal wide. Still continuing to train their closed grip and all of that. And then dumbbells. And flat dumbbells. Occasionally decline dumbbells. But I found that even the incline work, those guys don't seem to get a lot out of it. The longer arm guys. At least for ones who have those ratios. It improves closed grip benching. For those guys. Not so much their wide grip. But I have found really some of the best tools are varying their grips and doing some illegal wide stuff, A lot of dumbbell work. Some of them, depending upon how we rotate it in, a lot of floor pressing can help, depending on the lifter. And then hitting the lats really hard. Right, lats seem to matter a lot for those guys. And so I'll be doing a lot of lat and actually upper back. I'll be continuing to do that. And I'm going to need dumbbells to help with that so I can rotate. So you guys will notice I'm pulling the snatch grip high pulls. I can hit my delts with just laterals. It's fine. Not worried about it because I need to be doing more pulling for just the upper back. So I'll be doing 2 types of rows every workout along with the chins. The chins are still important for my lats and I need the biceps bigger, and it's just a good movement to get strong at. Today, though, we hit some PR stuff on the chins. Now that I'm going to my full range of motion and coming to a stop, so I have no inertia, so that I'm kind of doing dead hang on most of the reps, if not all. They feel like dead hangs on all of them. A couple of them are not true dead hangs, as in I paused. But I'm trying to pause most of them at the bottom with my full range of motion. And I got 3 sets of 10 with the 25 today. Because I had only done that kind of touch and go out of the bottom, not pausing like this. And I managed to get 8, and then 9, and then today I got 10. And I got 10 on all 3 sets. I will admit I didn't think I really completed the 30th rep of the workout. I get to this last one on this last set. Came up a little short because that was everything I had. It was really, we'll count it as 9.5 reps. Or some people will call it, that's 0. You can count half reps. You can get it to the top. I'm going to count it as 10. I'm not going to try to increase the weight, though. I want to get a little bit better set quality before I try to throw another 2.5 on there. But I'm going to keep working it up. But I'm happy with that. I'm seeing progress on the chins. We're in a good place. So what's today's rotation? And this is going to change when I get dumbbells. Once I get dumbbells, the speed benching, I'll do 3 different grips for the speed benching. Then I'll probably do dumbbells and illegal wide on a lot of these days. Max effort days, I'm going to max. And I'll use up to 3 different grips to max on. Bands change, all that. I'll probably do normal grip bench, then close grip, and then maybe some illegal wide. And then when I get dumbbells, I'll probably replace the illegal wide on that day with just dumbbells. That's actually a really good setup. And then I can rotate in chains and stuff as needed. I can use a little bit of variation there on some things, right? I can change bars if I need to some. But, you know, I think what works really well, again, stuff I've messed with on days like that on the max day, just go ahead and doing 10s on just normal good pauses, pause bench only. So I get strong out of the bottom. Do, you know, the wider grip pause bench, again, which is normal grip, regular bench. Close grip, and then dumbbell work. That should work very, very well. And I'll make videos later explaining why that is, of specifically what's up with that combination. But it has to do with what we get in terms of hitting the muscle. And I'll just do all of it flat. I'm not that worried about overhead strength, incline strength, any of that right now. Look, my flat bench has to come up. I'm just going to do mostly flat work on multiple grips with dumbbells, with barbells. Hammer, hammer, hammer that. And I'll just hit my triceps with some extensions every workout. Right? I'll keep the triceps growing. Keep working on triceps, but I don't need to just destroy them because the amount of pressing I'm going to be doing, we're back over to, again, talking about 9 work sets. Technically, we'd be closer to 10 if we count the maxes as 1. Basically, 10 work sets. We're at maximum volume here for chest presses. And a bunch of it's close grip. Some of it will be close grip with chains. My triceps are still getting hit pretty hard, and I just need to come in and finish them with extremely efficient movements. And we'll deal with that when we get to the triceps today. A few really, really good sets of tricep movements that hit them in a way that doesn't hit them with the presses to finish them off. And that should get the triceps growing. But the overall chest pressing volume is going to be pretty high. So I'm not going to be able to come in and just destroy triceps, you know, with 6 or 7 sets. It's going to be 3 to 5 sets. Close grip, though, went pretty good here. I did 215, everything paused for 3x10 as a second press. So overall happy with it. I need to work that up. Short-term goal, I need to be able to close grip that for 225 for 3x10. Get it back up to that. With a pause, though, not touch and go. I've done better than that touch and go. Doesn't count. All right. I'm not worried about using that other bar. Why? Because I'm going to be doing multiple types of rows. We're getting the lats from a lot of angles, especially once I work dumbbells into. Once I have all the dumbbells, and I'm hoping less than 2 weeks. I'm hoping. I'm going to cross my fingers. I'll probably do like some chest supported rows on the incline bench and stuff. Right? I have multiple rows to work with. So I'm going to have my normal barbell rows, and I'm going to keep these as strict as possible. Right? You got to think about the stimulus to fatigue here, because I'm going to do a lot of volume. All right, I'm going to have probably 3 sets of chins and 6 sets of rows most of my days. Again, a lot of lat volume. I need to be careful of overall fatigue. So I'm going to keep these real strict. Not worried about cheating, and I'm going to hit enough angles it doesn't matter. Because you guys will notice, again, the chin-ups are one angle. The 2 rows will always be a slightly different angle. So I'll either be doing snatch grip, do the normal shoulder grip width, which is just like my closed grip bench here, which is the longest range of motion, which gets more lat. The snatch grip shortens it, but it pulls me in more, and it actually hits more rear delt, rhomboid, more trap, a little less lat. But really hits that upper back super hard. When I do them with dumbbells later, that's going to be a lot of upper back, which again, I will need. I really need all of these in the rotation. So I'll have 3 different types of rows to rotate through for overuse purposes, and I'll do 2 every workout. So again, today it was chins, just normal barbell rows, strict, and then snatch grip rows, also strict. After that, we did illegal wide benching. Notice I only did 155 pounds, and I paused on everything. Let me be very, very clear if you're going to ever mess with this. This is, again, disclaimer. Do not play with this lift. This is not one where you say, well, you know what, I can put another 40 pounds on it. No bouncing. You're going to do illegal wide rep work. You need to limit it. You may not be able to do it for very long. Sometimes 2 to 3 weeks is all I have lifters do, like a 3-week block, and then we rotate it out. I think if I am careful with it, I might be able to get away with more, but I'm going to have to watch it very closely. You do not go heavy. You guys just watched me close grip 215 for these same reps. Okay, these were still challenging with this weight. Take long pauses if you need to, so that you can use 20, 30 less pounds. Long pauses. Be very careful of where you touch. Stay tight. Always arch when you do this. Do not try to do this flat back. Not good for your shoulders. And those who don't understand what illegal wide means, we're outside the rings. Okay? In competition for a bench, the widest you can legally go is your index finger on the bench ring. If we can see the ring at all, we're illegal. So that's what I'm doing. I can see the rings. I'm putting my hand where I can see the ring just barely by the edge of the finger. Okay? This is called, again, illegal wide benching. And I use this a lot for my guys who are weak, who miss benches 2-3 inches off the chest. I use this exercise. That and dumbbells work phenomenally well. Stuff like my McDonald bar can be used later, but again, we don't touch with it. If we use the McDonald bar, we just come down to stretch. I may not need it though because I have dumbbells. We'll see. I have the bar. I own one. I wanted one forever, got it, I never use it. Well, for me needing that power out of the bottom of the bench being my weak link when I do go to wider grip, wouldn't be a bad tool. I mean, I bought it. I have it. It's there. Just collects dust for the most part. Other than when I mess with it for rows, I was using it for some deficit deadlifts, which is cool. It's a good tool for very deep deficit deadlifts. But it was really intended to bench. You just got to be careful with it. But I have it. And it may come into the rotation. So we'll continue to hit a wide grip and closed grip bench. I'm going to train everything, just like all these rowing, just like you guys are seeing me do with deadlifts and stuff. We're going to train the different stances. Well-rounded strength base. And what does this do for hypertrophy? Well-rounded hypertrophy base. You know, the thing comes up with, okay, we can train chest at different angles, but that doesn't necessarily mean incline, decline, whatever. Grip widths change the angles. They change the emphasis of the pecs also. People forget that. The closer your grip goes on the bench, the more the upper chest gets emphasized relative to the wider grip. It's just as one example. So, again, we maximize our strength base. We need to get good at everything. This is really the heart of conjugate. And this is what I need to get back to fully. We need to be good at sumo and conventional deadlifting, right? You're going to be better at one than the other, and that's okay. based on your structure, your muscle weaknesses. We need to be good at close grip, wide grip benching. We need to be good at different types of squats. We need to be well-rounded. And if we're well-rounded even in our hypertrophy work, because we work all these grips and stances, what happens? We get thicker. Because why do we get stronger with these things? Because they build the weaker links in each position that we do. We're getting slightly different muscles involved and in different ratios. You'll get a lot thicker. Get a lot thicker. Tricep extensions. I'd said last time, this first set, by the way, is not as good. I'd said I'm going to adjust these. I want to work on getting a deeper stretch. I got to find the grip. I'll take the weight down. And I don't care if it ends up being just complete pussy weight. I don't care. Now, this first set wasn't quite as good. I was getting in the groove. I got it with the empty bar, and then I threw a pair of 10s on. 65 pounds. And I realized I need to work on getting a deep stretch and a pump with this. I know it's not heavy. We're getting a lot of decently heavy work with the triceps for pressing. What do I need to do here? I need to work on that stretch reflex. I need to work on taking the tricep through a full range of motion that uses all three heads. Okay? Now we can do that with barbells. We can do that with dumbbells. Not even saying, oh, what's my best ones for benching? Doesn't matter. The closed grip benching is the best ones for benching. Especially if I throw some chains on there. Right? Now this set is better. Second and the third set, much happier. I need my triceps to get bigger. I mean, let's talk about carry over to other stuff. It might even carry over to my chins with the extra long head. Okay? My tricep exercises for now need to be to get my arms big. I need my triceps maximized. I need all three heads to grow. Not just what will help with the bench. And that will help with the bench, of course, if everything grows. Triceps have got to come up. I don't feel that they're really the weak link when I bench wide. They just are when I'm closer or medium grip. Right? I need teddy. I need to get fat in them teddies. Which is, again, another reason I dumped like $600 on dumbbells. I said I wasn't going to the other day, but it was looking at those power blocks. I'm like, I'm trying to save money for some important stuff. I didn't want to drop $1,100 plus shipping, but I'm like, well, let's compromise. You know what? For my goals, I really do need dumbbells. I'm like, let's compromise. Let's hop over to, Rogue had really cheap 10-pound plates, right? Grab a big old chunk of those. And again, the Olympic dumbbell handles and all that. So, drop 600. It's fine. That's reasonable. That's not unreasonable. But it's some of these other dumbbells. People want ludicrous amounts. And then I don't want to be limited to 90 pounds. Like even then, Selector Tech, my God, like $800-900 for 90-pound dumbbells. And that's it. They cap there. At least if you're buying the other ones, you can get even bigger handles. Like Titan makes a really big handle. They have a really big handle if you really want to go up there. You just buy more 10-pound plates. You can build some pretty heavy dumbbells with just adjustable ones. Because maybe I need to be benching 120s for sets of 10. I think that I better get there. So, in any event, I have dumbbells coming. We'll be using them. And I'll even be using them for delts. So, but the extensions felt really good. I was very, very happy with the way they felt. I'll keep working with them. I will gradually work the weight up. I got a really good pump after doing a bunch of the close grip benching and everything. So I'm happy. Curls. I decided not to do the strict curls against the thing. Now I obviously can get more weight. That was the other thing. I had some people really clowning me about the weight on. It's like, well, my biceps are fatigued. But I don't have the strongest arms in the world. We know that. I admit that. So, curls. Full range of motion, though. None of this. I'm not doing the stuff where I just bend the elbow. We're going ahead and taking the bicep through both of its major functions through the full range of motion. I was only able to get sets of 8 with this weight. I underestimated. I overshot it a bit. Thought, well, I think I can handle 95. I could only get 8. When I go all the way to the top, where we again get that shoulder extension involved, right? So we go all the way up to the face. Again, trying to get the full range of motion, locking at the bottom, Again, not stopping short, elbow still bent. We're locking the elbow, coming all the way up, full range of motion. This will help my chins because my chin-ups are limited by my biceps right now. My lats are plenty strong. My lats are not the problem. If I want to get stupidly strong at chins, I've got to keep bringing my biceps up. So we have to do the chins, and I have to train the weak link. And we come back to that same point, just like we're doing with the extensions, trying to train all three heads of the tricep through a full range of motion, right? Same thing with the bicep, both heads through the full range of motion. I just need to get my arms bigger. It'll help my training and some of my lifts so much. And full range of motion, working the functions of a muscle, because if a muscle has two functions, you need to work both of them. Okay, it's a way to go. Even with just these little finishing exercises, because again, obviously, my arms get worked on closed grip benching and chins and all that stuff. It's not quite enough, though. We're not going to maximize size doing that. These smaller movements allow for that, and it adds up. Because keeping in mind, this isn't an arm day. I'm going to train upper body twice every week. So these little small movements will get done at the end every time, and then 3 sets of laterals. I might have to increase the lateral volume. The 3 sets twice a week might not be enough to maximize delts. But I get so much pushing and pulling, But we'll look at and maybe adjust the volume, especially when I have more adjustable dumbbells. But I did 3 sets to failure for these at the end, and I got, I think, 12, 12, and 11. Rough rep count. But overall, very happy with today's workout. New equipment coming. Keep moving forward. Keep making progress. Continuing my cut, which as you guys can see, it's going pretty well at this point. But I'm very happy with today's workout. Everything feels good. Shoulders feel great. 0 inflammation means we've got everything in a healthy position. We need to keep it that way. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.